your writing assignment for this week because I did not send a paper home about the writing assignment because I wanted to talk about it with you. So this week you're going to be writing a descriptive paragraph. So instead of writing a story or a book report that has a lot of paragraphs, you're just going to be writing one paragraph. Now, a paragraph, we've talked about this, but a paragraph is a collection of 5 to 8 sentences that are all on the same topic. So they're not sentences that are about random things, like sentence number 1, my hair is curly today. Sentence number 2, I saw a dog on the street. Sentence number 3, Joe was eating lunch. Sentence number 4, Adele likes pizza. I mean, those have nothing to do with each other. When you're writing a paragraph, all the sentences are about one main topic. And so a descriptive paragraph will be a paragraph where you're describing something. For example, if I wanted you to write a descriptive paragraph about a cat, then you would be describing the cat's fur. What does it smell like? How does it walk? Does it have a patch on its back? Does it have a short tail? Does it have a long tail? Does it like to sleep? So you're describing to me, telling me about in detail that cat. This time you're going to be writing about the Boston Tea Party. So I sent home 2 papers, 2 pictures of the Boston Tea Party. There's this one and then the one on the back. So they are slightly different, so you can choose which one of the pictures you want to write about, or you can write about a combination of both. But what you're going to be doing is describing the scene, telling us what would it have been like if you had been at the Boston Tea Party. Now, if you don't remember what the Boston Tea Party is, you need to go back and watch the American Revolution Part 1 video that I sent last week. Because in that video, we talked about how the people of England, the British, particularly the king, they were taxing all the colonists, the Americans. And just like in the French Revolution, they were taking way more money than they actually deserved from the people. And so the colonists were not happy about this, and they decided to fight back. And the way they were going to fight back was by taking tea, dumping it all in the harbor or into the water one night. They dressed up as Native Americans so they wouldn't be recognized, and then dumped. Here you can see lots of boxes of tea going into the harbor. So your job is going to be to describe for us what it would have been like that night. So, for example, what did you smell when you were getting close to the ships? Did you smell the seawater? Or did you smell rats on the ships? Or did you smell tea? Maybe it was a nice night and you smelled the roses that were planted. I don't know. What did you see? Did you see dark shapes of ships and the moon? Did you see the people with you creeping along towards the ships? Did you see people hacking with axes and dumping tea into the water? Was it loud? Was it crazy? Was everyone saying, "Down with the British"? Or was it quiet and they were trying not to make a big ruckus? But when you've got a whole group of people together that are opening boxes with axes, it's going to be pretty loud, I think. But it could be either way. If you look in this picture, you're going to ask yourself, like, what's going on? What do I see? Is it noisy? What do I smell? How would I describe this? Same thing with this picture. You want to pretend like we weren't there and we've never seen this picture. Then you're going to describe it for us in sentences. Now, the best way to do that is to spend some time first with the picture. Look at the picture. Imagine what it was like. And then tell yourself the story. You could imagine that you were this guy here, or maybe this guy in the back, or maybe you're this guy that's climbing up the side. What did you smell? What did it taste like? What activities were going on? And then once you've thought about that, you're going to take your pre-writing map. This is in your packet. And this is just a place for you to organize your thoughts. Remember, the first thing we do is we think. Then we talk. And then after we've done that, we can organize before we write. And so over here, it says feels. So this is a place where you can talk about what it would have felt like. Maybe you were scared because you were going in the middle of the night out to a ship and you were going to take tea We're going to dump it all. This belongs to somebody else. How are they going to feel when they wake up in the morning? Are the British soldiers going to find out that you were involved? And are they going to come after you? I mean, are you terrified? Or maybe you don't feel terrified. Maybe you feel excited. Maybe you are ready to pay them back because they have been taking all your taxes and you're just really enjoying yourself. I don't know. So you get to kind of decide your emotions, put yourself in those shoes, and then come up with different sensory experiences. Think about the 5 senses. Think about taste, think about touch, think about smell, think about what you hear, think about what you see, and then you'll fill that in on your map. The next day, I have for you the sentence outline. This is a place for you to put in the sentences that you're writing for the descriptive paragraph. Now you'll notice at the top, there's a place for a topic sentence, and at the bottom, there's space for a concluding sentence. The topic sentence is the sentence that tells us what the paragraph is going to be about. So when I read your first sentence, I should know, what is she writing about? Is she writing about dinosaurs? Is she writing about the solar system? Is she writing about sharks? So in this first sentence, the words Boston Tea Party need to happen so that I know you are writing about the Boston Tea Party. For example, I wrote over here a potential topic sentence. You could say this: the Boston Tea Party happened late at night and was a rowdy event. You didn't tell us all about it, but you told us kind of what you thought about it. You could also write a topic sentence like this: the Boston Tea Party was full of sounds, smells, and sights. Read all about it. So you're like, hey guys, I'm going to tell you about the Boston Tea Party. That's what your topic sentence is about. But you don't want to write, hey guys, I'm going to tell you about the Boston Tea Party. You could say, I'm going to write about what it was like to be at the Boston Tea Party. There you go. Or you could say, I'm going to describe the Boston Tea Party. Something that tells us what you're talking about. That's your topic sentence. Then there's space in here for you to put in all those beautiful descriptive sentences that tell us what it was actually like. And here it says sentences 2 through 11. I don't need 11 sentences. There's not space here for 11 sentences. 5 to 8 sentences is great. We're just trying to describe what it was like and tie it all together. Then at the end, you need a concluding sentence. And your concluding sentence is kind of like the summary. Now that you've described for us what it was like, you're going to tell us what you told us already. You're going to conclude. And so, for example, you could say, in conclusion, I think it would have been really fun to be there. Or in conclusion, the Boston Tea Party was very important for the American Revolution. Or something like this. I wrote a sample sentence here. In summary, my experience with the Boston Tea Party was very exciting. This is if you would write this sentence if you were pretending that you were there. You don't have to write it that way, but you could. So hopefully that gives you an idea for the writing project this week. Parents, it's not supposed to be a very long writing project. I really do mean to keep it this middle paragraph section between 5 and 8 sentences. That way it's something your student can start on Wednesday, Thursday, and sort of wrap up on Monday before you send the packets to me. Now, when you send it back to me, I do want you to send back the pre-writing map and the final writing sample. If you end up using this for your first draft, you can always copy over your second draft in the notebook that I gave you and just tear out of the notebook your writing pages and put them in that manila folder so that I can get them when you turn the packets back in. And if you've got any questions about the writing project, just text me, or we can set up a Zoom if you want me to work one-on-one with your student to work on the writing. You're just going to have to just text me if you want extra time. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week or on Wednesday. Okay,